listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell him that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumping where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, Big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
All right, shout out to the fam, man. Appreciate y'all. For all things Pelicans, we're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report. I'm Big Q. We got DC in the building. Shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all for being in this episode of PPR Final. The Pelicans, man. Pelicans, man. Listen, can I tell you, Pelicans blow 17-point lead in a 133-128 overtime loss to the Grizzlies. They fall yet again to the Grizzlies for the second time. You know, a second time these shoulda, coulda, woulda games. We couldn't pull this one out. So shout out to you guys. Appreciate y'all being in the stream. We'll have Coach Borrego's press conference coming up momentarily. Y'all hit that like button as we get going on this Thanksgiving Eve edition of the Pelican post-game report final. We up in this thing. So shout out to all you guys. Thank y'all for spending y'all valuable time with us. Y'all hit that like button. If you're listening on X, please retweet, and retweet again. We talking Pels tonight. DC, a lot of stuff happened in this game, man. You know, let's kind of touch on it, man. What did you see, bro? I seen a lot of stuff. Pelicans got 101 attempts tonight. A lot of stuff going on. They were kind of dominated in the paint. They had some breakdowns that we seen. Some interesting adjustments by Coach Borrego in the game. A little mental chess going on. We just couldn't pull out this thing, man. The second half, the Pelicans just it was the tale of two halves. Let's just put it to you like that. The first half, Pelicans were looking good. Second half, not so much. What do you think?
We had some floating quarters, Q.
I know it all. It had, at this time it was multiple ones. It was the entire second half, including overtime.
The third wasn't as bad as the fourth in overtime, but they got away from what was working for them. First off, they were playing team ball. Everybody kind of in double figures, right? This wasn't a huge game for Zion or Trey, although, they picked their spots and they got some stuff. And, the referees weren't calling a lot of fouls either way. So they were kind of letting the guys play. And they started off playing team ball in the first half, man. And they kind of continued that somewhat in the third. And then just as things got tight, as you should, they kind of went to Zion. And I just thought they forced a lot of stuff to him down the stretch, and especially in overtime. And it just became this trying to force Zion to get this layup that everybody knows coming and kicking it out and Jose shoot threes. I just like to see more sets when they just go to ISO Zion. I understand Zion is a dominant force. You like to think he could score at any time, but this shit just looked atrocious offensively, down the stretch. And when things got tight and Memphis decided to lock in, and play defense. And the thing to me, what I couldn't understand is, Derek Queen didn't have an awesome night. I'm not saying just that one adjustment would change everything, but I mean, he out there with 9 assists, and when he has the ball, people seem to move, off ball. You had Jordan Hawkins, getting some things going at some point. Neither of these guys, I'm not sure, could have changed the outcome of this game, but just continue going with Messi, even though he played defensively well. I think that adjustment may have cost us the game, man. I don't know if it's because we couldn't get nothing going with him and Zion out there for as Queen, but Queen didn't look horrible to me. But maybe I'm looking at it offensively, because defensively he didn't look good tonight, and he wasn't on the boards like he should. He had a lot of bad, rotations, falling asleep, getting backdoored. But in the second half, it just got so tight, and in that moment, it's just like we couldn't score. We had a damn 17-point lead. I don't remember what it was after halftime, but it's still a double-digit lead. And we just watched that shit dwindle down, and you're going back and forth with this team. And the crazy thing is, we lose this game, and we pretty much had the lead the whole game. This don't even follow the Willie Green formula. You know what? What is it? Under 5 points or whatever, the last 5 minutes of the game, and we lose, right? Well, I think we probably had the lead beyond 5 points under 5 minutes, and we still found a way to lose this game. The Memphis hadn't led in the game until probably the last 2 minutes of the game. It was like 118, 115 or something like that. Or maybe I'm a little off on it, but it was close to that. That was their first lead of this whole game since the first quarter. So I don't know if they thought they had this one in the bag, just fell asleep at the wheel. We overthought stuff as far as these rotations. Like, I like Jose. Jose had an awesome night, but I don't want to see Jose taking, important shots down the stretch, forcing up threes, man. I don't know, man. It was a weird game to me. And then looking at Zion and Trey, man, is their shot distribution. Trey took 12 shots. Zion took 15. And you got Jose up there with them. Although Jose had a good game tonight, but maybe I'm just those last shots, man. It's just kind of hard to stomach. That didn't feel like a winning basketball player. I didn't think they were going to go in. One of them went in. I was shocked that one went in, but just had no semblance of offense when things got tight, man. It's just, kind of figure it out.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the family members, man, it's just too much losing going on here.
Yeah.
Once again, this is the games where we talk about the Pelicans shouldn't have lost. The first matchup against the Grizzlies, where they were very shorthanded, and Pelicans let them get that one. This one here, no Ja Morant, and the Pelicans let them get this one. Like, it's just too much going on. This is a game that you got to win if you're the Pelicans. You're what now 3-16, 2-9 at home. You got a Thanksgiving Eve game. The arena looking pretty decent. There's still a lot of empty seats up in that upper bowl section. But according to the count, they had over 17,000 people in the arena on a holiday, on a day leading into, Thanksgiving Eve, rather. But you got to finish the deal if you're the Pelicans, man. You got to take care of business here, and like I said, a lot of we understand that Borrego is in there coaching and teaching, but shit, man, can't you teach and coach and get a win or two or three or four? You got to do it, because eventually, you're going to be so far behind. It's just not going to matter, So it's just, coach, learn and win. That's all I'm saying. It's a real thing. It's a real thing called learn and win. So Borrego's at the mic, fam. We're gonna tune Borrego up and let y'all listen to him. But goddamn, man, we gotta at least learn. We gotta get some wins here, man. Here go Coach Borrego. Let's see what he has to say about the Pelicans loss tonight. Here we go. Put one in the chat, y'all can hit, man.
I think I saw two teams battling, and it was a physical game, and put ourselves in position to win that game. So a lot of great things, both sides of the ball. Obviously, the third quarter cost us, but it's a battle, and you're in the overtime, and it's a war of attrition. And it's like looking for good shots. Then they're big and they're physical and they're aggressive, and you just got to keep. Those are great moments for us, though. These are great teachable moments as we go. Obviously, you want to win the game, and we got to find ways to close out that game. But there was some good execution on both sides, even to get it to the overtime. We needed a couple more stops. I think Zay put us up 3, and we just needed a few more. Wells hits a tough one at the end. So in general, I'm proud of the guys. I thought they battled. Saw a lot of good stuff. Yeah, see a lot of growth, man. I mean, won the fast break game against them, won the second chance point game. We touched paint. I like the shots we were getting. We've had a hard time scoring against this team in the past, and I think this is the best we've scored against them that I can remember. We had a hard time there in the fourth, though, probably late in the fourth, generating good looks. But it's tough with Edey. You have 2 7-footers out there making it tough at the rim. We had a really good job sharing it, I think, for the most part. Tonight, what do we have? 34 assists, 15 turnovers. So proud of the guys. They moved it. They shared it. They battled. There were some different lineups. We found some stuff we liked. You just got a better third. To me, it just defensively in the third, we were just bleeding. We just could not get a stop. Bottom line.
That line shot that forced overtime. I don't see on that play.
So just force and attack. We put him in a position. He just made it. He made a tough shot. And that's what he does. So the guys executed. To get it to overtime, and we'll keep putting ourselves in those positions. You just got to keep learning.
Shouldn't have been overtime, Coach.
You mentioned late in the fourth.
He should be mad at tonight, man. I don't
just kind of parking Edey.
know why he acting like just some moral victory.
Hey, beat down, DC. When the losing hits you, man, it's more. It just depresses you, man. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what we are.
Challenge there. You can bring a small in. You can bring a small in and stretch Edey out, but you give up something on the defensive end. It was going to be a tough on the other end. And Eve had played well. He played well, but it's tough when they just park him there. On what you're going to do with Eve. We tried some different things. We got some stuff in the first half.
You 4 or 5 on offense with Eve, though, bro.
Or 2, but they're big and they're physical. They make it tough on Z, but we'll continue to look at ways to help Z in those moments to find some open stuff. But I did see some other open looks too. I mean, it wasn't like we weren't getting open looks as well. We had a couple turnovers, but I think we're going to find some good looks even in those moments, and they just didn't go down. So, but we'll keep battling, keep working through it.
And you talked about, regardless of result, wanting to build good habits, doing the right things with your system. How pleased have you been with these past 2 games? Just how many guys are contributing? Assists are up, threes are up, the way you're doing it.
I love the way they're playing. I really do. It stinks that we just can't, we didn't get over the hump tonight, but I feel a confidence brewing with this group. The bench was amazing. It was great to see Hawk back in there. Peavy gave us big minutes again. Bryce gave us big minutes again. Obviously, Jose was phenomenal, and Eve had massive impact all over that game. Edey's a load, though. I mean, he's tough. But I love the way, especially our bench came out, and they carried a bulk of that game. And we're just seeing it. We don't care where it comes from. We don't care where the production comes from. It can come from anybody on any given night. But I see a lot of guys playing well. The ball's moving, our pace is up. As I said earlier, this is a tough team to score against. And I think this is probably the best I've seen us score against them until late in the fourth.
In the half court, it seemed like the Grizz were able to take away a lot of Trey's game. Or would you say it was something that the Grizzlies were specifically doing, or it just happened to happen throughout this specific game?
Well, the game slowed down a little bit. Trey got loose a little bit, earlier. The game slows down. They just started attaching to Murph, and then they get plugged with the bigs. That's the beauty when you have size like that. They can just plug the paint with two and force Murph everything to the rim. So, to get him loose, probably I needed to do a little bit more in transition and flow. And that's why when we were getting stops, we were getting really good looks. When we got stops, we had really good looks tonight. When they were scoring, we were having to take it out of the net and made it a little tough on us. But, for us to score, what did we finish with? 128, 122 at regulation. I'll take that against that team, but we'll keep learning through this group and try to help them.
Yes, closed with DQ. Then an OT went back to Eve. Just what went into decision making to kind of toggle the two different big looks there?
Yeah, I don't think we closed with DQ in the fourth. That was Eve to close the fourth. I think we took him out at, I don't remember, 3.5. I think I called timeout somewhere in there. We went to Eve, or he was sitting there, for a minute. But just wanted the defense. Eve had a great game, and he was active, and he was bodying, Edie down there, and rebounding. His activity was really special. It's the balance between that and Queen's offensive ability. I think we had a hard time defending when we didn't have Eve out there tonight, bottom line. I mean, when you look at the minutes and the numbers, I think they're going to say to us, without Eve in the game, we had a really hard time defending this group. So that was the thought process. And, again, I could have gone small to spread the floor out with Z. But, again, you're battling 2 7-footers on the other end. That makes it tough.
Man, Edie just came back, DC. The man had 21 points and 15 rebounds on the Pelicans tonight in 35. He just came back off injuries.
He only had a migraine, Q.
Yeah, and he took an aspirin. The Pelicans made him real well, bro. 21, 15, and 2.
Well, you got to get stops and get out and run. Again, the best way to counter their size is our pace and speed. But when they scored 39 and 30 in the last 2 quarters, it made us play against their half-court defense a little bit more. When we were able to get stops in the first half, we were out running, getting good looks. So it starts with our defense, getting stops, getting out running, pushing that. When it becomes a half-court game against them, it's going to be a challenge, not just us, but in general. They're a very good half-court defensive team. So, but in general, I think there was more attention on paint touches. And I think we had 89 or 90 paint touches again tonight. So we're downhill. We got to spray it out for a little bit more. We may have lost that a little bit.
They still beat us at points in the paint.
Stay the same from minute 1 through minute 48. The drive, kick, swing mentality, and I think we may have lost our way a little bit there. In the fourth quarter, you start playing a little bit, one-on-one. But I'm proud of the guys. I really see a lot of growth in their ball movement, their pace, their attentions are up on kicking that ball out. Probably, I think last time we had a really hard time scoring against them. And we did not kick it out. So tonight I thought there was some growth there.
They were demolished in the paint 66-50.
Eve had 3 of those.
Yeah.
And even though they gave up 15 turnovers, they gave up 27 points off them.
To be more vocal, show some emotion out there.
Yeah, he needs to. I think he needs to show that, the fire, the tenacity. You need that out of your big guy. He anchors that paint. We need some nasty, some edginess out of him. And I hope he screams more, You got to scream more and pound his chest a little bit too. So I thought he was fantastic. He had a hell of a first half, really helped us, stay in that game even the second half. So I can't say, to have this on back-to-back nights for E was fantastic. Really proud of him.
Similarly, just a back-to-back night of good performance, Jose played really well tonight. Just what have you made of his ability to kind of rise to the occasion, fill in as a point guard and kind of execute your vision of how the offense needs to be? Just I guess even turn games around.
Well, number one, he's a competitor. You don't have to even turn that switch on. He just brings it naturally, and he probably had a couple games where he wasn't at his best, leading up to the last couple. But last game and tonight, when he plays well, this team tends to go in the right direction. So he's a steady force. He's a competitor. He can make big shots. He makes big plays. He's played with this group a lot too. I mean, he's played with Z and Trey and these guys there's a familiarity with that group. So he's a great competitor. And obviously when he's rolling, he gets that bench going, and we're a different team. So, again, big effort from him tonight. What's that? I don't know. I mean, that was impressive. I don't think I've seen that, too often. No, let's not do that, but we'll take it. We'll take it. That was a great stretch. Thanks, guys.
Hey, Rod Walker asked him about Trey Murphy, 38 minutes and 12 points. How about Haxam asked about Jose's goddamn shoes? Ain't no time for that stupid ass question.
What about my man up? He said, "Ask if Zion gonna play a back to back."
For real, bro. Serious questions, man. Be playing too much, man.
Fluff ass question. Huh?
Yeah, man. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all for being in there, man, as well, man. It ain't all smiles and gags, man. It's this team lost again tonight, man. It just sucks, man. And it just pisses you off because the first half, like I said, it's a tale of two halves, DC. I mean, the Pelicans were really moving in that first half. And then when that second half opened up, they had 3 straight turnovers? Like 3 turnovers, and and then you start seeing Memphis start hitting shots and making moves, and they dwindled it down and down and down, and then the Pelicans never could stop them. They allowed them, they gave them a lane, and Memphis took it. They started hitting shots, and the Pelicans just started effing around when they started the third, and they lost control of the game there, and they never gained it back. There should never have been any overtime in this game. There shouldn't have been any overtime in this game. And it's just the same stuff over and over again. And I know it's a lot of stuff, but Trey Murphy played 38 minutes tonight, fam. Let this sink in. Trey Murphy played 38 minutes tonight and scored 12 points on 12 shots. He was 5 of 12 from the field and 2 of 6 from downtown and had 6 assists in the game with 3 turnovers. 38 minutes. We got to have some of our big star players, the guys that's supposed to be getting chunk money. Some of these guys got to meet their average, man, or even get close to it. We really didn't lose that much in the game, but the big dogs, when they're available, they got to put up. They got to score. We had 17 by Zion tonight in 32 minutes. We'll go over that individual stuff.
I don't think we got big dogs at this point, man.
Big dogs. I'm talking about money makers, dog. I'm talking about the ones that
Zion here 1B and Trey is number
1C. He a 1C.
He a 1C.
Oh my goodness. Well,
he a 2A. Trey is a 2A. You know what I'm saying? So,
a 2A. Wow. It's crazy work, man.
It's Zion. He has to. At this point, man, if we're not going to run any type of sets to utilize the skill set he has or be able to maximize his ability in the paint, because you got dudes ganging up on you 3 in the fucking paint, man, he's got to develop some type of mid-range game other than that one shot, or he's going to have to shoot a few 3-pointers here and there.
DC, hold on. Let me give you a clap, dog. Give you a clap, dog. Hey man, if I had some church music in Oregon, I'm gonna find some church music to play behind you while you talking, bro. You talking church, man. I was watching that. I was like, damn, bro. This guy has to understand. And DC, this man been in the NBA since 2000? Since 2019. And this guy still hasn't developed a mid-range shot. When he took that 3-pointer, you could see that shit was just. I'm like, dog, everything can't be power, dog. You got to have different levels. If you're going to be making $39 million a year, you got to have more than I'm just going to out physical mugs every night. I'm just going to beat you up. I mean, you got to have different ways you can attack your opponent, man. I'm just seeing it. I'm like, man, dog, why, bro? Why? Then he hit that. He pulled up and took a mid-range ball. That bit was like a clunker.
No, it went in and out, bro. It went in.
I don't remember that.
And Trey
did it go in and out?
Trey had a 3 right after
that. Mother have no touch on that bit. That ain't have no touch on that.
It went in and out, but you know how it shot. It shot kind of straight, bro. It be like on a rope. Sometimes some of his shots be like a straight line.
But go
But
ahead, brother. I'm while you talking and breaking it down, bro. Tell me about give your insight on Borrego, and go ahead and continue your thought process on some of these players. I'll fill it in with the team
well,
stats and
I'll finish
individuals.
up
I'm gonna
with.
find some church music while you're talking. Go ahead.
But yeah, man, Zion definitely he's got to expand his game. If or maybe he don't want to be here. Like he had an interesting comment, in the interview that I don't know, man, what he got on his mind, or he think he gonna get traded. But if he gonna be here and we gonna make this work, he has to expand his game. He can't just keep attacking the rim. I'm all for you not letting people off the hook when you playing against, a Chicago and Vucevic not out there, they ain't got no bigs. Okay. But you playing against the Memphis Grizzlies with 2 7-footers, man. You can't think you just gonna be able to get to the rim at will. And then looking at his shot diet, right, and him having 15 shots, we need you to take more than that to keep the defense honest. What's adding another 5 shots? A 3-pointer or 2 here or there, and 3 mid-ranges, man. That's enough to change a lot of things. But, this is the Pels, man, and they just can't get out their own way. We got the 2 rookies. I know everybody like, oh, yeah, we just rebuild the rookies. And that's all fine and dandy. But there ain't no teams that's winning with rookies without vets already in place. So if we do rebuild with the rookies, we in for another 2-3 years of losing. If we're going to do that, then you move off of Zion, and you really don't get any value for him moving off him right now. If you were going to move Zion, it would be in your best interest to have him look his absolute best. And as far as him playing bully ball, we just don't have the amount of shooters we need to make that happen. Now, I hear a lot of people, I see y'all in the comment here, one-trick pony, and that may be true. But wasn't Shaq a one-trick pony? You got a lot of players you can say that's dominant like Zion, that's a one-trick pony. We can't act like the way this team is built.
That's different, DC. Shaq was a 7-foot monster, bro. Come on.
You're right. But we can't act like the way our team is built to maximize him doing his one trick. You know what I'm saying?
Well, DC, I'm just saying, isn't he the one that's responsible for why he's a one-trick pony?
Yeah,
All he uses is power.
I ain't putting him off the hook for not developing this game after all of these years and all of these injuries. His damn jump shot should be platinum. All the time he spent hurt, it's all in the wrist, huh? You still can shoot. So
Right.
That's not to let him off the hook. But the type of player that Zion is, I don't think we've ever really figured out what to do with him or how to best utilize him. And I guarantee you, we trade him and he goes to the right organization, he'd probably be a damn MVP candidate. But that ain't the reality right now. And right now, I'm looking at a player, man, that they're out there, and what is the real set we have drawn up for Zion other than they put him on the elbow or maybe at the top of the key, give him a dribble handoff here. He looks at everything and then, tries to see if he can attack, he can't attack, and he kick it out.
I don't know, DC. I don't think I thought that the idea was to run your offense through your best player.
They're definitely not. He's like a secondary, primary luxury piece.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy, bro.
You got Jeremiah Fears out there looking Zion off, man. Zion got in position. Jeremiah ain't even throwing the ball.
Right. I was like, why is Zion? Why is he, standing in the corner for a 3 when we know he don't shoot threes? I mean, they don't really, and you're right. They don't respect him, obviously, and they don't even play through him. He's supposed to be this guy, and I'm like, damn, man. I don't know what's going on with that. Can't blame what's his face for that shit.
We don't have a pecking order though, Q, or a hierarchy for us.
But why not, bro? Why don't we have a pecking order, bro? We dishing out all this money.
People don't know their role, man. As good as Jose played tonight, just watching this game and some of those timely shots, I would have to put him in that category of not knowing his role of, what's supposed to happen. But also, like you said, my man in the comments said Trey plays scary. I can't let Trey off the hook.
That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? For not demanding those touches and demanding those shots. Like, man, you gotta let your nuts hang. This could, if Zion one injury away, this supposed to be your team. You know what I'm saying? And he don't have that. And maybe he tried to refine his game because he was trying to
emulate,
do a lot of attacking, and it was looking bad with him trying to facilitate and all of that. So I don't know if he's trying to fall back and do the right thing, but still, man, that don't stop you from being a shooter and a scorer. You ain't got to dribble to score. Soon as you cross half court, you in range. So it's a tricky situation because when Zion is driving, or you got Fears driving, or Sadiq Bey driving, or Queen driving, who they gonna throw the ball to for the 3-pointer if you ain't got a Hawk out there who actually was a 3-point specialist tonight, right?
Okay.
Wasn't a 2-point specialist tonight.
Nah, he most certainly wasn't.
If it ain't Hawk, it gotta be Trey. So he can't cut to the goal all night, although he did have 3 dunks. I was like, okay, man, this might be a 30-point game for Trey, And then that shit just stopped. He got a few threes here and there. That was it. Did Trey even get to the free throw line? I mean, they wasn't calling a lot of fouls though.
They wasn't, bro. They only called like 10 fouls tonight.
But it was fair though. I mean, they called 14 for the Grizzlies, and probably 3 or 4 of those we hugging the dude to make him call a foul. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the refs ain't called you this game. Just couldn't go out there and execute.
Now, that's as DC. No, Trey didn't get any foul attempts. He didn't go to the line. Zion went there 3 times and was 3 for 3. So that's one of the positive things that he did do. Peavy went there 3 for 3. Jeremiah 1 for 1. 0 for 1 was Bryce McGowan's. He didn't complete the full point play. But it wasn't that much to really talk about in terms of the fouls. And you're right.
Black Preacher man. I felt like the game was lost at that point. But let's read his super chat.
Go for it, bro.
Oh damn, Wayne, you ain't read the first one, man. Go ahead.
No, Stone Killer 33. Shout out to your brother. Says the Grizzlies can go get attacked by a pack of raccoons. A pack of raccoons and still beat the Pelicans. 6 straight losses to this team, even without Ja. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Wasting my time now. Come on.
Say, brother, they need to get like you, man. They ain't stone cold killers. You know what I'm saying? If they was, they would have got some of the wins because we had 2 of them for sure that we supposed to have this year. This is the second time we fumbled a win away to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, do you see the first one's dope?
You know what I'm saying? We should have won both of those games, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. If was a 5th, right? So it don't really matter. Go ahead to the next super chat, man. Wait, hold up. You didn't read his. That was another one, Q.
Oh, was it? I'm gonna get it. His Black Preacher Man was the next one. I'm gonna get to the other brother in a moment. Black Preacher Man says, why Jose was taking the ball out under the rim and he only 5'9" tall. What was Borrego thinking? Thank you, Black Preacher Man, for that, brother. I hit you with the help.
Stay cool.
You see myself.
Take the money out. All of it. Come on. Wasting my time now. Come on. Stop stalling.
I was thinking the same thing, Black Preacher Man, but to me, the game was already lost at that point when they got it down and up. But I'm like, man, why you ain't got Derek Queen or somebody? He one of the best passers on the team. Like, what did he do? He can't come in and take the ball out? Like, man, and we've been having this problem. James Borrego been here for what, 3 years? So you don't know that we've been having a problem throwing inbound passes. This is a reoccurring problem that we've been having, and you got Jose out there doing that shit because he hit some threes. Although he played good tonight, but man, Jose been fucking up on them passes like the last 3 years. I don't get it, man. So I'm with you on that, Black.
Yeah, shout out to you, Ryan. Thank you, bro. Ryan says, not sure how much of a difference would have made tonight, but why isn't DeAndre Jordan playing? All right. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah. I don't know what's up with that. I know if you would have helped.
Nobody gets hurt. Take the money out. All of it. Come on. Wasting my time now. Come on. Stop stalling.
Yeah.
I get it, but I don't think it would have helped much because DeAndre probably would have gave you similar to what you was getting from Eves. Eves didn't play horribly tonight. It just
He got 6 points only though, bro. It's not much.
That's the thing. When they're running the offense, it's 4-on-5.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and this turned it into a game where you need to score. I did see him put Queen in there, and he tried to see what happened, and it was still some blown assignments. Like Queen wasn't playing real good defensively tonight, and he definitely wasn't bringing the energy on the boards and defensively that Yves was. So I get it, but man, at some point you got to balance that shit out because we had to score, and we just had these flat spots where we couldn't score, and I don't think DeAndre would have helped that at all either.
Yeah, I kind of see him as like a goon player that you kind of throw in there to kind of rough up Edie, kind of beat him up a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't get any offense from DeAndre Jordan. He'd just be a guy that you throw there to kind of rough.
What we thought Looney would be, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think he probably would be more fitting for what we're doing than Looney. And Looney's is looking kind of rough for the Looney signing right now, to be kind of honest with you.
Man, Stacey said we haven't heard from Zion since before Willie got fired. That's not true, Stacey. He did an
interview the other night, didn't he?
That I found interesting. And I touched on when I was talking earlier about Zion. He said in the interview, they asked him about Willie getting fired, and he said, "Oh man, it was tough." And then he followed that up with saying, "It could have been any one of us. You see what happened to Luka? Luka got traded in the middle of the season." I was like, "What the fuck?" So to me, at this point, the writing kind of on the wall. Zion know what time it is, and from that, I don't know. It seems to me that they've been having some of those tough conversations, and all of the smoke and the noise, and y'all saying in the comments, we all know they could very possibly be moving on from Zion, and he's full aware of that. I don't know if that's what's affecting his game, or just the fact of them trying to run this new version of the offense that's supposed to be the same offense that's hit three years, but it actually looks different. And this was our offensive coach. We just got so many goddamn problems over here, man. You gotta laugh to keep from crying, bro. This shit is crazy. They still got their losing ways. I told y'all we on the clock. You're gonna have to give them about 3 weeks and see what they can do. If you can count from the days that Willie got fired and Borrego became the coach, give them 21 days. Whatever you got after them 21 days, that is what it is, and that's probably what it's going to be for the rest of the year.
Man, I really wanted to win tonight, man. I really felt like this should have been a win. We should have gotten even with this team from the opener. We should have beat them on the opener. We should have beat them tonight. We let them escape again. Now we 3-16. We're 2-9. They can't defend home. We need the big money guys to step in and show up, man. We need that to happen, and it's really just so dissatisfying, man, to watch this team with all this money, with all this talent. I don't know, man. This was a letdown, man. This is to me, it was a gut punch because this should never have happened, man. We shouldn't have lost this game, bro, against this team. These people did not have Ja Morant playing. They didn't have a bona fide guard running the joint. It's just, man, I don't know, man. I'm just so tired of all this funk and stank from these people, man. They're getting paid all this money, and the best we got through 19 games is 3 wins. It's just, I'm tired, DC. I'm tired, bro. Let me turn up the church.
3-16, baby.
You need some church.
I appreciate you, Black Preacher Man. That's right.
Black Preacher Man. Let's turn
the collection plate. Another point.
I don't know if that's preacher music, DC, or if that's they playing it, you know, for what's the service before you bury it.
That's the brief intermission music as the pastor is walking up to the podium. You know.
Go ahead, DC. Go ahead. Talk to
they didn't had the choir sing, and the pastor about to walk up to the podium. They play that right there.
Go ahead, DC. Kind of lift our spirits, brother, with a good sermon, bro.
Well, I gotta read my man Black Preacher Man's.
By all means, my brother, go for it.
$5. Featured them $5. Gotta read the super chat. That's what I'm trying to say. Another point. They want to run all the time, but in the playoffs, you need a half-court game that they don't have.
All right, Black Preacher Man.
Right, Black Preacher Man.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on. Wasting my time now. Come on.
Come on, Big Q. You're feeling a little lukewarm there. You can't be playing that secular music during the sermons, my brother.
You ain't lying.
All right, shout out to you, Black Preacher Man. Oh man, DC, I don't know what to say, man.
It ain't much to say, man. We come here every night. We just said it all, Q. It's time for some changes. You know what I'm saying? And I will say this: with James Borrego as the head coach, I think we will see changes. He will continue to try different things, throw stuff on the wall, and see what sticks. So stay tuned to see what's next. You know what I'm saying? This a big pot of uncooked gumbo. You know what I'm saying? We done burned some shit though. You know what I'm saying? They cooking the gumbo, and we already burned some shit. So they're trying to see, you know, if they could salvage the gumbo. That's what's going on here.
I hear you, brother.
People that went to the store, they're trying to get some extra meat and different stuff to see what they can add to it, and you know. Got to put a little more seasoning in there to cover up the burn smell. It's still a work in progress.
They burned the roux. Is that what's going on?
They definitely burned the roux. It's a work in progress. They're trying to salvage it. But, you know, it's a strong possibility we might have to just throw this shit out.
Yeah, if you burn the roux, you better throw it out, brother. Throw that shit all out. You ain't going to be able to get that taste out of that, man.
You know.
You got to burn. You got to throw it out.
Our people are very powerful, Q. I done seen some miracles. I done seen some burnt roux get turned around.
Well, I mean, you can't dig too deep if it's burnt at the bottom. You gotta eat from the top and not stir the bottom. It was a
Hail Mary. But you know what it did involve, Q?
What's
it
that?
Involved 2 pots. And they had to take some of the roux out, like you said, and they couldn't keep the whole roux. So like my man Stacy said, we might have to wait for the first week of January and get some more groceries up in here. So can we get another 7 or 8 wins? Maybe.
All I can say, man, is that I don't know what they're gonna do, man. If you can't beat the Grizzlies, the next couple of games, the Pelicans have back-to-back games on Saturday and Sunday.
The pissed off Warriors. They over there mad. Talking about shit ain't going right. They always, the Warriors done punked us so many times.
The answer is you don't. You don't beat a pissed off Warriors team making the kind of mistakes the Pelicans making, especially if the stars don't show.
Even if you
the top players don't show up. No,
you ain't beating the Lakers. You ain't beating both of them.
Well, that's what you got back to back Saturday and Sunday. You go on the road against Golden State in Los Angeles. You can't beat Memphis at home and defend your building. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Atlanta, Memphis, those should have been wins. So I mean, all this stuff about, we got to work on this. I mean, there are other teams in the league that's still working on their own stuff too. Just mighty strange that we always the one at the wrong side of this thing when the time come down to it. We seen Atlanta, how they were playing, and then you seen the Dallas game. That's another game. It's just we always seem to end on the wrong side of the thing, man. And it stinks. I mean, Saturday and Sunday, I don't think they beat any one of these teams. And then on top of that, there's a good chance that Zion Williamson more than likely won't play in one of those games. I mean, he's mentioned in that I've seen him sprint in DC and practice back and forth on the court as, they're trying to get him through these minute restrictions and on to, and so he could play the back-to-back because we need the man to play. We only have 3 wins in 19 games. Mm-hmm. So something got to give. You know what I'm saying? Let me run through.
There's a chance we can ever possibly see Point Zion again. Actually.
I say I will have to tell you no. I think Point Zion is not even in the Borrego philosophy, dog. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't think it is. Borrego is not even like you mentioned earlier. And I was watching the game saying Zion running up and down the court. This is and that just keeps striking me, bro. This is a $39 million player this year that we paying.
9 shots to 3 quarters, Q.
And he played hefty minutes tonight. So I don't understand why they're not using him as option one. Why pay him $39 million if he's just going to be a fixture? A decorative Arnie that you occasionally go to. He is supposed to be set up in ways where you have prior, option 1, option 2, and option 3. They're not even playing through him like that. And I don't see him I see them more confident running with DQ out there or somebody else handling the ball. That's, but Zion, $39 million, supposed to be option 1 and all this stuff about gravity and all that. They're not even using them that way. And I don't know if it's the fact that the man not confident in him. I don't know what it is. All I know is he's too expensive for you to be using him as a decorative ornament. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to play through the goddamn man, play through him. If not, then trade him on up out of here, get some picks, and start building again. This is ridiculous.
I think one problem is the fact that we don't have a point guard. And it's been an issue forever. We've always had an issue with point guard and center, with the Pels shit. Have we ever had that situation resolved? Tyson Chandler and Chris Paul might have been the last time we wasn't worried about a point guard and center, other than when we had Boogie in Rondo, and that was very short-lived. So with that, if you're not gonna run Point Zion, the other way I've seen Zion be effective is the Lonzo Ball era, man. Just a great point guard. He can generate. I mean, he had to give Zion at least 4 to 8 points of easy baskets every night, bro.
Yeah.
Every night. From half court, 3/4 goddamn alley-oops to just catching them in stride on a nice cut, man. And with a player like Zion.
Well, isn't he the best passer, Queen?
Queen is he.
I mean, he would alley-oop that thing to Zion.
He's the best passer on the team, but how much can I put that on Queen? He's a rookie, Q.
Bro, listen.
He's played 4 games with Zion? 5 games?
All I know is that it makes no sense to me watching Zion run up and down the floor and some drives, some possessions. DC, the man don't even touch the ball offensively. I mean, there was a possession where you see him run down there, and then Jose takes a 3-ball when nobody's set. He just pulls up and take a 3-ball. He misses it with nobody set. I mean, it's just possessions where I see them with him on the court, and he don't even touch the ball. He don't even command the ball. It's just like he's just there. I'm like, nah, bro, that's not how it's supposed to go. When he's out there, everything's supposed to run through him as much as possible. That simply is not the case. So I just don't understand. I don't know. As much as I like Borrego, I just don't see him using Zion in that point Zion way. I mean, maybe that was something that other coaches believed in, but Borrego obviously don't believe in that philosophy because he's not really using it. So I don't know how you get Zion Williamson involved in Borrego's mind.
Well,
I don't know how you.
Borrego, to me, when I think about him, I think about Charlotte. You remember Devontae Graham, right? None of us can forget him.
Mhm.
Well, the reason we were so high on Devontae Graham, I think, was a result of James Borrego, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
He was the coach over there.
He was.
Yeah, and he's always been good with point guards, man. The last straw for me for James Borrego, I really have to see what he looked like with a Jordan Poole, because he's always had like just this ability to have a guard like that just play unbelievably well, man, with the way that he wants to do things and the stuff he draws up. But my man, Black Preacher Man, got a question though, Q, and then we got a super chat too we got to get to, and 504 got a question for me. Zion should be at small forward with Queen at power forward, Murray at point, Trey off guard, Misi at center. What do y'all think?
Murray at point, Trey at off guard.
Mm-hmm. Trey at shooting guard, Zion at the 3. Then you got Queen at power forward, Misi at center.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know about that. I do. I don't know about that. The Trey at 2. I don't know about Trey at 2 or Queen at 4. I mean, we had this discussion.
Hold up, Q. You kept saying Queen, so you backing up your Queen?
No. I'm saying I like him at 5. I think he can play the 4.
What?
He had a skill set. No, I'm saying, bro, and I'm just saying I like him at 5. I mean, he's comfortable at the 5 spot, but I think he's versatile enough where he can slide to 4. I don't know about Trey's defense. Trey's defense is an issue for me. Zion at 3. Offensively speaking, it could be a help, but defensively, Zion's he doesn't move his feet well. He reaches a little bit more than what you want him to do. He, like in this game, you've seen him like kind of bump the guy it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that look. And DeJounte Murray at the point guard position, I don't know. Post injury, DeJounte, I don't know. I have to think on that one, my brother. I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Black Preacher Man, I don't hate your lineup. I think it could be a lineup. I don't know if it'd be the lineup, but I would move one player out, and that would be
Murray.
No, I would move out Yeeves, and I'm putting Queen at the 4, and I'm putting Sadiq Bey. I mean Queen at the 5, and I'm putting Sadiq Bey at the 4. It's
you gonna leave Murray out there?
Yeah, I can put Murray out there, but just having Murray like with this lineup like that, I just don't. That ain't enough shooting.
So you're gonna leave Murray out there over Poole?
You could put Poole there. You could put Poole at the 2, and then. But I mean, what you gonna put Trey at the 4?
No. I'm saying the point guard. We just switching out the guard there, right?
So you're gonna take. I'm saying he talking about this lineup. Obviously, this wouldn't be my main lineup. That's what I said. But I think it's a lineup you could use. That could be productive.
It's a lineup. It's a lineup. I probably would like
Poole. I want more shooting with Zion, man, because I'm sick of seeing Zion try to attack the paint and they got 3 people waiting for him. This shit just makes no sense.
I've been saying that for years. The man is not. He took a jump shot today.
That's going to happen with this lineup right here. This is going to be the same shit.
I mean,
unless Zion just going to be floating around in a corner. at 3-point line and maybe
Why? He don't shoot threes. Why is he posted up at in the corner?
I don't fucking know, man. I've been trying to figure that shit out ever since the man got
The man don't take 3-pointers and they got him posted up at the in the corner. I don't understand what's going on.
It never made any sense to me, man. But let's get to the super chat, man. And I'm then 504 Cole got a question for me. I don't know if anybody else.
All right, Black Preacher Man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you on that, my man. He says in closing, hold on, what you got going on, DC?
I was hitting at the same time as you. Good.
All right, hold on. That's two of them. Oh,
No.
okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, brother Jan is first on this one. All right, he says the thing about Zion is he demands a double and even triple team. He was the hub before DQ. His teammates nullify him because they can't make open shots. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you there for that. Wrong one. This is the one.
Thank you very much for picking me up, bringing me back to this world.
Thank you, Jan.
Yeah, I have no lies told there, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're right. And I think Zion is a hub, but we can't just like take Queen out or stagger them and use him the same way we use Queen. You know, what's a joke? What's your mom?
That's a joke, damn. I'm not going to even touch it though.
What?
Zion is a hub.
What's going on? Keep where your mind.
All right, never mind. In closing, why do Borrego allow Jose to dribble 15 to 20 seconds every position? Wow. Every possession. Thank you, brother.
I want to say thank you very much for picking me up, bringing me back to this world.
Black Preacher Man, thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
He loves point guards, Black Preacher Man. That's what it is, man. They can't do no wrong. James Borrego is a point guard type of dude, bro. If you really think about it, I mean, he's been reprimanding Jeremiah Fears, you know, and rightfully so at times because he just looked like he used to getting a bucket, you know what I'm saying? And he's not used to, I guess, creating for others. I can see he has the skill set, and my man Fabo Cole asked me, he said, do you think Fears is the point guard of the future? And I think he can be. Definitely, because
I think he is.
If I can, I've watched a lot of point guards, you know, that's like one of my favorite positions. And I remember looking at, you know, guys like Shea Alexander and Rondo before they became what they became. And Fears, I'm not saying he's going to be Shea Alexander or Rondo, so let's not get that twisted. But what I'm saying is those guys, first year in the league, look nothing like what they look today. And that's the thing about point guards. Point guards, they take a while to develop. And you could say the same thing about center too. Because those guys, they'll show you flashes and you'll see some potential there. And then they have to keep learning the game and building on it. And usually with center, they got to get stronger. You know, but point guard, they got to know where everybody's supposed to be at. It's almost, you know, looking like the quarterback of the team. Now you have some point guards that are different. You got scoring point guards. You got, you know, guys just shooters. You got to even have some slashing point guards like your Steve Francis. And you thought, what's that dude? Dennis Smith Jr., who was with Dallas. We thought he might be like that. But Fears, to me, he's like Big Q disagreed with me, but maybe he agree now. I see some flashes of like just some flashes. Not saying he's gonna be these guys. Like he has like that Russell Westbrook thing and a little bit of AI to me. Like the AI is more like the speed and just how he gets wherever he wants with that first step. He ain't got the crossover AI guy, but he got a nice handle. And Russell Westbrook is like his tenacity, man. His fearlessness. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at that person.
He plays reckless, but also under control. You know what I mean? And he's showing you he can hit the 3-point shot. That was my thing with him. Like, and I thought he could do it. He's showing you he can hit that 3-point.
He's been working. You can tell he's been working on that shot.
In the mid-range he got, how he hitting that little one-leg float. I think all of that shit is going to be able to expand to the 3-point line. And when that happens, and he just continues to learn. He's not a bad passer. He's just his mentality is he's a scorer. So he's gonna be some type of scoring point guard, right? But if he can just get his processing together, trust his teammates more, or understand what they're supposed to be more, to trust himself to make those passes. Because you got to understand, the brother is trying to not turn the ball over. Because when he first came, he was trying to do all this stuff, and he had all these turnovers. So he's trying not to turn it over. So he's keeping it simple. That's how I see it. So I think Fears definitely is the point guard of the future. But the only thing is, I'm not sure what he gonna turn into. And even the Kyrie Irving, comp people put on him, I can see a little bit of that. But it's almost like these guys, it's sprinkles of these guys we mentioned. And it's not like, I ain't saying he's gonna be the next Kyrie, Russell Westbrook, or AI, but he definitely has some of those ingredients mixed to his game. Maybe he'll just be the next Jeremiah Fears. But what he's doing right now as a 19-year-old, this shit is not normal. So I definitely think he'd be a point guard of the future.
Yeah, I like Fierce, man. I think him and Queen are definitely the future. He definitely the point guard of the future.
He kind of look like your little man, bro. I know you like.
Yeah, he looked just like my son, man.
He looked like Robbie, man.
He looked just like my boy Robbie. I'm gonna buy him a Fierce jersey with the headband.
They got the same hairstyle and everything.
Everything. He looked just like my son, man. But yeah, this is the thing, man. They're definitely, he's the point guard of the future. Him and Queen is definitely the future of the team, man. It's just interesting just to see how it all makes sense right now, because we kind of see these young guys building forward. But if you have Zion and Trey and Jordan Poole here, it's an expectation to win right away. So it's interesting, because still in all, we have yet to see Poole in this collective, getting Zion and getting these guys acclimated. Poole has been out a little longer than what I want him to have. I thought he would be out. I mean, they keep prolonging things. He was actually mentioned that he was listed as going back to practice. He was not available for this game. We'll see if he'll be available for the weekend's game against the Golden State Warriors, his former team. We'll know. One can only hope, because you're going to need his firepower, whatever he can bring. And like you mentioned, you astutely mentioned and correct about Borrego and his gift of dealing with the guards. So we can definitely use these guys, man. A lot of money on the bench, man. We need these other guys to kind of step up and kind of balance this thing off, man, for real, because 19 games thus far, and you're 3-16. That's just not going to cut it. Games against teams that you're supposed to beat, you don't beat them. It's just going to be tough. And Golden State's up next. So I don't know, man. I just don't know about this team. They're so damn confusing. Shout out to all you guys. Appreciate you for being in the stream. KB asks, Yo, Q, what do you think Gil did to bring this voodoo on the Saints and the Pels? Like, who put this voodoo on us? Gotta be the clam child. She might be
Mickey Loomis did it?
Yeah, well, he said she might be the get out lady with the teaspoon. Yeah, you gotta get out of here. Yeah, it's one of these things, man. It's like you can credit her for destroying this season. You can basically, and I won't go to a long rant on it. Y'all already know how I feel about it, but you can credit her for destroying this season. We shouldn't even be dealing with this. We shouldn't be having an interim coach at this point. The man should have been fired in the off season. Another coach, we could have had a more experienced coach already with his system and his assistant coaches and his mentality already in place, as opposed to an interim coach who inspires them to play better than what they've been playing before, but still not good enough to win any games. The man just won his first game. Like, how many games is Borrego coach now, fam? How many? It's like 6 games or something. How many games has he coached? Put his record in the chat right now. How really bad coach this team was when the assistant coach that's been on this team for 3 years running his offense through the former this fired ass coach we had, and he steps in and they're this terrible. How poorly coached was this team? And Borrego's not a bad coach, but man, my goodness, to get them who know him and are familiar with his offensive strategies, they know a lot of these guys are, and there's still this type of shit going on. So that is messing with me bad. I'm like, damn, bro.
They shot 45 threes today, Q.
But in a loss, don't make no sense if it's a loss. Shit, you had 15 penalties. You gave up 20 plus points off 15 penalties. You was dominated in the paint. You got one of your top 2 players scored 10 points today.
You mean turnovers, my brother? I think you're getting them cross with the Saints.
I don't give a shit. It's the same damn thing in my book. You're dealing with. The hell with it. I'm sorry. All right, but anyway, let me get these stats through, bro. We're gonna cross over and hit this preview of this Pelicans Warriors game right quick, man, because it's messing up my Thanksgiving Eve, messing around with these people, man, and they foolishness. All right, 50 and 101. The Pelicans they had 101 attempts tonight, DC. 50 of 101. They were 50%. The Grizzlies were 52 of 97 for 54%. The Pelicans did hit 19 of 45, only 3-pointers for 42%. That's respectable. The Grizzlies were 17 of 37 for 46%. They went to the foul line 14 times, 12 of 14. Grizz Pels were 9 of 10 for 90%. They had the Grizz out-rebounded the Pelicans by 9, 49 to 40 there. The assist game was 38-34. Grizzlies way. Pels did get the steal win, 10-9 and 9-8 with the blocks. They only had 15 turnovers, but gave up 27 points off of those versus 16 by Memphis, which they gave up 23 on. They did win the fast break game, 16-9, but were completely blown out on the points of the paint, 66-50. And like it's showing you, at one point, the Pelicans were up by 17 points. And then the second half came because adjustments were made. And Grizzlies' adjustments were better than ours. And they took it away. So they lead that series right now 2-0. So getting into the individual statistics, as you can see, that our top scorer, Jose Alvarado, he had 27 minutes, 24 points. He was 9 of 15 from the field. He had 6 3-pointers tonight, Jose. He was 6 of 11 from downtown. He threw in 5 rebounds with 2 assists and a couple of steals. He was plus 23. Out there balling in a losing effort. 18 from Saddiq Bey in 39 minutes. Saddiq Bey was 4 of 9 from downtown and 6 of 13 from the field. Saddiq had a double-double day. 18 and 10 with 3 steals. So these guys are really out there playing. 17 from Zion in 32 minutes. He was 7 of 15, 0 for 1 from downtown, but he was perfect from the foul line, 3 for 3. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 turnovers, 2 blocks for him. 38 minutes from Trey Murphy III, 12 points, 5 of 12 from the field, 2 of 6 from downtown. He had 4 rebounds, 6 assists in the matchup for Trey Murphy, 12 points. Then you had, of course, 10 points from our rookies. Derek Queen in 23 minutes had 10 points and 9 boards. Jeremiah Fears in 26 minutes had 10 points on 4 of 11 shooting from the field. He did hit a 3-pointer, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists for our youngsters. Then, of course, back onto the bench, 14 from Jordan Hawkins in 15 minutes. So he had way better shooting tonight. 5 of 9 from the field. Jordan got up off the snot and hit 4 3-pointers tonight. 11 from Peavy in 21 minutes. He had 4 boards with 2 assists, 4 of 9 shooting. He was 0 for 3 from downtown, but did hit 3 for 3 from the foul line. And then Eves played 29 minutes. Eves Messi, 6 points, 6 boards, 3 assists, 3 blocks in the game at plus 19 for him, and a good defensive showing for him. Bryce McGowan's had 14 minutes tonight, 6 points, 2 of 3 from the field. He was 2 of 3 from downtown and 0 of 1 at the foul line. Like I said, he didn't convert that 4-point play that he could have had. And then, of course, that's just simply what the points were tonight by the Pelicans. Like we make mention of Trey Murphy in 38 minutes, only 12 of points for him. That is something that he got, when he look at the stats and look at like, man, I got to do better than that. That ain't good enough. And if you look at the Memphis team, 27 from Jaren Jackson Jr., and 5 rebounds, 3 steals from him. On the night, 25 from Jalen Wells in 32 minutes. He was 9-11 from the field. He hit 5 of 6 from downtown on the Pelicans with 3 rebounds plus 16. Zach Edey in his return in 35 minutes threw in 21 points, 15 rebounds to go along with 2 blocks and a steal. And that's what he, in plus 39, by the way, for him in the game. 14 off the bench from Santee, and Londale had 11 points off the bench. So did Cam Spencer, who also was 3 of 4 from downtown. So they had a couple of guys that would really lighten the Pelicans up. Cam Spencer, 3 of 4, 5 of 6 for Wells, 5 of 11 from Jaren Jackson Jr. And the Memphis Grizzlies get their 7th win of the year. All right. There it is. Okay, DC, if you ain't got anything to add to that, I know you talked on it. We got to move into the Golden State if you're ready.
Just 2 things, and we can move on to Golden State, man. Shout out to Micah Peavy, you know what I'm saying, who's been playing phenomenally. He's been, you know, that I can't say that. That should be like a pause moment. He's been a defensive guy. Can't get that 3-point shot together. You know, if he did that, man, I mean, wow, the sky would be the limit for him. But it's almost weird how Herb gets hurt, and then Micah Peavy comes in, and it's almost like a similar thing. Obviously, defensively, he isn't Herb, right? But he's been pretty damn good. Just can't hit a 3-point shot. He's all over the place, man. Just making plays. Scrappy, you know, and he brings the energy off the bench, man. The bench played very well tonight, man. You know, do want to give a shout out to Jose. I've been a little hard on him. I mean, he thought he was the number 1 tonight at times, though, man. But 24 points, man, 6 3-pointers, man. We need every goddamn one of them, and he definitely got you 2 steals. Did his thing, man. Jose had an awesome game tonight. And I couldn't expect that, you know, out of him all the time, but thought he played well as Bryce McGowan, man. He gave us some tough minutes. That was a big 4-point play he had. Well, could have been a 4-point play. But James Borrego throwing him in, I kind of see the vision, man. He makes smart basketball plays as well. And Jordan Hawkins, you know, got to give a shout out to Jordan Hawkins, man. I've been giving him calling him a 2-point specialist. Well, he went out there and he had 4 3-pointers.
Rightfully so, DC. You wasn't lying on him, man. You was a 2-point specialist for a long time.
Played under control tonight, man. Only had 1 turnover. You know, defensively, still see some of the lapses there, but he did get you a steal and a block. So Jordan Hawkins did everything we could have asked him to do, man. In 14 points in 15 minutes. You can't ask more of that from him. And I hope this is something, you know, somewhat of a turnaround moment for him. You know, James Borrego was the coach that he probably had his best performance under as a Pelican. And maybe he's finally shaking back because Willie did everything possible to just kill his brother's confidence. He just stomped out all that shit he had going his rookie year. But so looking forward, man, hopefully this is a sign of things to come for him because Lord knows we need another 3-point shooter, man. Jose not hitting 6 3-pointers every goddamn night. We don't know when Jordan Poole coming back.
Can we get Trey Murphy to start being more balanced and consistent in his scoring at very least?
No, not
is
until
that
he
too much
hits
to ask for?
Yes, until he hits the weight room. Yes. Trey got to get stronger, man. Trey got to he need more aggressive, man. More aggression. Maybe somebody need to give him a testosterone shot or something, bro. I don't know what it is. He needs more aggression. 38 minutes, you take 12 shots, you only got 12 points. Come on, man.
38 minutes, man. I was almost in there for 40 minutes, man. They got outscored by the bench guys.
4 rebounds. You know, he got a couple of steals. He made some good plays defensively.
Yeah, but you know, Trey, we need more of his offensive game than his defensive game, though, DC. That's what he is. We need him to be more offensive minded. We need him to score.
We need Trey to be what Sadiq Bey is.
Shit, he never gonna get that, bro.
I don't mean like his game exactly. I'm just saying when Sadiq Bey get the ball, man,
You mean more balance?
he looking to shoot it, and he can use his height and his physicality, man, to either get to the rim or get that 3-point shot, man. I need to see more of that from Trey. But I think at this point he probably just needs to get stronger, man. Stronger and just that mentality. Got to get a little more selfish. There's no reason for Trey to be taking 12 shots on this team any night, man. You need to get at least 17 of them things, man.
I mean, I thought, well, you got Zion Williamson and Trey Murphy starting for you, DC. You would think either one of those guys would be 1 and 2 option for you. I mean, at some point, if he's not hurt, then I expect him to meet his average. He meets his average. I think. I mean, let me see. What is Trey's average, man?
We got too many, guys that
might need him to do a little bit better than that.
Nobody don't know their role or how they supposed to get there. It's
20.
It's just too many things not figured out, man. We need a point guard. We need a facilitator, man. We need a table.
He averages 20 a night, DC. Yeah, 12 tonight. He averages 20 points a game. If he meets his average, you beat this team.
He let Jalen Wells outplay him, man, who's having a down year. But I said, brother looked good last year, and right on cue, we got another guy come in here and hit 5 3-pointers upside your head. Somebody always shooting goddamn 70% from the 3-point line.
It's always one. It's always one. We get that guy that hit 5 3-pointers.
You had Cam Spencer too, and Jerry Jackson Jr. He shot 5 for 11. Cam Spencer was 3 for 4 out shit.
Yeah, but Jalen Wells was ridiculous, man.
Alabama was 2 for 3, man. They was just tearing our ass up from 3-point line, man.
Man. All right, let's pivot and step, man. Let's talk about finally the Pelicans Warriors game. A lot of family members becoming impatient. Yes. So DC, this is the next game we got lined up here. Steph Curry and squad.
Just one quick question. Good, Stacey, put in the comment, bro. What you getting at? You said my man Trey wants out. He wants the team or wants out. He wants out or wants the team. And then you say Trey is manipulating the Pels. Break that down a little better, Stacey, man. I'm just curious what you got to say. My bad, Big Q. Go ahead and continue.
Well, I mean, we will see if we get Carlo Mekovic and Jordan Poole. More so, they're talking about Jordan Poole than one back supposed to be for the Golden State game. For the last 3 games, we talked about the estimated time frame for Jordan Poole has been pushed back. It was announced that he was participating in practice again. We don't know exactly when he'll play. Some suspect it could be against the Golden State Warriors on Saturday night, which would be cool for him to come back against his former team because we can use his scoring ability. Carlo Mekovic is also, predicted to return for this matchup. We haven't heard too much from that, but we'll see how that goes. Herb Jones supposed to be December the 2nd and DeJounte next year. Golden State has a few guys that's out. DeAnthony Melton, Jonathan Kuminga is supposed to be come back in early December. And you see a few more people there. Also, Al Horford is also listed as out. So with that, the Golden State Warriors took care of the Pelicans earlier, this month, middle of this month, 124 to 106. They visited. We have to go and visit them. They're actually pretty good at home. They're 6-1 at home. Pelicans are shitty on the road. They're 1-7. I don't know what team will, show up for this game, but I don't know what this team is, man. I don't know what motivates them. I just don't get it. I don't know what the philosophy is of this team. I don't know how you don't know how to play through your best players. I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff going on that they haven't figured out, and it's really messing me up because I don't understand how they don't have any idea what they're going to do. I would understand this if we had an alien coach that came from outside of the team who just stepped in the door and said, hey, man, I don't know what y'all got. It's going to take me a while to kind of figure out the pieces. Not a guy that's been here for the last 3 years who's basically tasked and was called the offensive coordinator of the Pelicans, and we still don't have an idea of what we're doing. So I don't get what's going on here. I don't understand why they this bad, how they this fractured, how they don't know how to do this and that and all this that's just throwing me to complete off. I don't get none of this. But in the end, do they beat the Golden State Warriors? I don't know, bro. I would say no to this. I would have to say no because the Pelicans haven't done anything but being inconsistent this entire season. Why would I believe they'll do anything else? Not being negative, just looking at the reality of what we're dealing with. This is just, it just doesn't make any sense. None of this does. DC, go ahead, bro. You call it.
Yeah, man. I find it hard to believe we beat the Warriors as well. I would think Zion would have to have. I'm feeling like myself game. You know what? While he drops a 30 ball or something for us to be able to pull that off, or Trey would have to show up. The Warriors, they all in the media talking about they sick of winning and now they calling each other out. I don't know what they did since that game, but if I had to guess, I'd probably say they won their last game. And we just looking like somebody on the menu, man. Maybe they've turned the corner with this offense because honestly, 34 points was the highest we've scored. That was against what was that Dallas? We had a 34-point quarter. Then they turned around with the Bulls. We had a 37-point quarter. Then we turned around tonight. We had a 39-point quarter, damn near 40 points. So they definitely hit on something. I think James Borrego is like the opposite of Willie Green in a way, where Willie Green don't make no adjustments, right? He don't do shit. But James, I think sometimes he gets in his own way. Like he'll do a little too much. So maybe they can find that balance and possibly beat the Warriors, but I'm not counting on them.
No, I have to say it's Warriors right here. And like you said, and then of course Zion Williamson more than likely probably won't participate in the back-to-back game that you would need him to, being that you have the Warriors Saturday and then the Lakers.
That would be the Lakers. They might go at the Warriors, but punt on the Lakers, which I think that would be smart because that's a more obtainable game than the Lakers game. I don't think we have a chance against them.
Well, I mean, the thing is, he shouldn't be. Well, I'm gonna say it again. He shouldn't be stopped. He should play back-to-back games. There should be no restriction on Zion Williamson, especially it's a possibility where he probably not going to be on his team next year. You need to see what you got going on. We need these guys to play because like I said, this team is 3-16. We need these expensive players to play and help the team turn this around. We can't keep collecting losses. I mean, they don't benefit at all in terms of the lottery. Not saying this thing, but that's what, there is no need to do that. So you should win. You're tasked to win. You have enough personnel where you should be winning. So, I mean, at this point, he needs to play. They all need to play. Poole needs to get back. Zion needs to play on the back-to-backs. There is no more room for error. You're losing to teams you're supposed to beat. Damn team don't even have these stars and still beating them. So, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And the excuse about, well, we still learning. Everybody's still learning. They still got people out there that haven't figured it out perfectly. There's still people that's hovering just below 500 and, one game above it or two games. Very few teams are playing perfect ball. But why are we playing this low grade of basketball all the time? Up by 17 points and we lose in overtime in our own building?
We saw that. You saw the remnants of that with the Chicago game. They was up big and then they let them come back in the game. And, they just have, I guess, a tendency to do that, man, not be able to close the door. Or when they, mashing on the gas, man, they can't figure out how to keep mashing on the gas, because
I thought we had a coach that could teach him how to mash on the gas. I mean, you come out of these, and I'm going to leave it alone after this, but you come out the second half. You have 3 or 4 straight possessions where you get nothing. It's like 2 or 3 of them that was straight turn.
He should have started Jose, man. Ferris had a bad night. And I think Jose definitely should have started.
It wasn't just him though, DC. A couple of turnovers was Zion's fault.
Yeah, but that goes back to the same thing, man. We starved for a point guard, man. You know, Fairs ain't gonna be that this year. We need a point guard, and sometimes it's just like I think them getting rid of Alfred Payton, Brandon Boston, like those moves. Even Austin Reeves, man, just those three moves. They're looking stupider by the day. They just look like mistakes, man. We see what McGowan's did. They bring back Trey Alexander. They took him off the G League team. Q. I don't know if we reported that, but Trey Alexander is back on the active roster, so
Right.
I don't know what he can give us. But at this point, we need some help with facilitation and somebody just like setting the tone of who needs to get what and when. Shout out to Black Preacher Man, though. Appreciate them 5 bones again, my brother. He said, why are we still switching everything on defense? I thought this was Willie's defense. I thought that was Willie's defense. Well, what the boy name is? John Collins? No, not John Collins. What's our defensive coach name? Because he's still here.
He's still here.
Warriors with Willie. So
yeah, the brother here. What's his name? I think it's not. Is it Collins?
Yeah, because he had a twin. You know, he was like the dude came out and all that.
Yeah, the twin. Yeah, the twin in Golden State. Yeah, he played. I think he coaches for the Warriors.
Wait, what?
I want don't. Yeah, his twin. I mean, there was 2 twin centers.
He used to coach for Golden State, so his twin over there.
I want to say you talking about our defensive coordinator. What's his name, y'all? I forgot the man's name. What's his name?
Jared Collins.
I know his last name is Collins. I know he got a twin brother. I think it's also a coach.
I didn't remember his brother being a coach.
I want to say his brother coaches. Don't his brother coach? I want to. I might be mixing it up. I don't know.
Tracy, you say you saw Trey fake dap Zion for real? I had your comment up there. You said Trey on some only child ish.
Jaron Collins. Thank you, Jan. Shout out.
Yeah, I said it right. Yeah, I was thinking. Thought I said it wrong.
Did you give Black Preacher Man a salute for that, bro?
Thank you very much. Picking me up, bringing me back to this world.
All right, thank you, Black Preacher Man. Yeah, I'm looking him up. His twin brother is Jason Collins. It's Jaron and Jason Collins.
Okay.
And
that's where the defensive scheme come from, Black Preacher Man. That's Mr. Collins. De Borrego is he's an offensive guy. Obviously, we know that. So, and I guess he ain't trying to reinvent the wheel, man. You know, these guys they've been switch all till they die all off season.
Switch or die. That's what I've been saying.
You gotta take it one step at a time, bro. Maybe that'll change as the season goes on. But I get it. Him staying in that philosophy, it's like you practicing. We've seen the offense change. It's like shit. He can't change everything in one practice.
Yeah, well, he had multiple practices now, DC.
What, like 3, 2?
I mean, what you call the games? I'm saying, but what about the games he coaches? Shit, you might well get something out of it. They practice too.
They had a weird part in their schedule, Q. They really not getting a lot of breaks. They might get one day off and then they got a game, man. It's been kind of nonstop.
Well,
they got back-to-backs, you know what I'm saying? All these back-to-backs that it's just a hard part of the schedule.
Well,
to be trying to, like do installs, man.
They knew they got the schedule. They got that schedule weeks ago. We know they got it that schedule weeks ago. So we knew.
Understand the schedule, Q, because
she don't care. She don't care.
She don't think about none of that shit.
She don't think about. The only thing she's thinking about is that cash box. Let's get this going. And like, I need more money. I need a brand new building. I need more suites in this building so we can make more money. I'm trying to catch up with the chicken man. I won't be the richest person in the state. Being the richest woman ain't good enough. I need to be the richest person in the state. I got to catch the chicken man. So I mean, yeah, that's what her whole thing is right now, trying to catch the chicken man from Raising Cane's.
Right.
Anyway, with that being said, we're gonna get on out of here. Listen, I'd like to say happy Thanksgiving to all the fantastic Pelicans family members out there. Much love and appreciate y'all for tuning in to PPR. Man, listen, man. We wish we had better news to give you tonight about the Pelicans getting a victory over the Grizzlies, like these used to talk about, eating grizzly bears and all this kind of stuff.
I've been hungry, Q. I ain't been able to eat none of that shit.
I ain't been eating in a long time, bro.
Yes.
It's been a while. It's been a while. But listen, happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays to you guys. You guys enjoy y'all holiday weekend, man. And listen, we'll return on Saturday afternoon for the Pelicans matchup against the Golden State Warriors. And we'll see what they got going on, fam. Maybe they'll eat some good food and come back and get ready to play. So we'll see what it is, man.
Stacey be picking up everything, Q. He said Jared Collins be zoned out on the bench. He think he wanted the interim coaching job.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, you probably right, Stace, but hell no.
Coach, I think, and all that. He was one of the. If it wouldn't have been Borrego, it would have been him.
Yeah, no.
I thought he was gonna get it.
I prefer Borrego. Yeah, I prefer Borrego over Collins, man. He just no.
Just more unintelligent switching. Okay.
Well, I don't. I just he's not inspiring, man. It's just he's one of these coaches. He's very dull. I'm not saying the man not intelligent, but I don't know if he's head coach material. I don't think he would. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna just say I'm glad it's Borrego and not him. Anyway, with that being said, y'all have a nice rest of y'all night and a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. We'll holler at you on Saturday. Much love, peace, and go Pelicans.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and do best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always saying, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, Big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly die, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with the WhoDatDaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit the WhoDatDaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation. Stay in the NO, you stay in the know.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description.